This is Daily Blast Live. We're talking about what you're talking about. Real, honest, entertaining, live. DBL starts right now.
3, 2. Welcome to DBL. It is Thursday, August 12th. I'm Sam here with Al and Erica. Tori has the day off. Let's get started. Okay, so did you all see this? It was a crazy scene in Tennessee after a school board voted to reinstate a mandatory face mask policy for students. Well, some parents got super angry. Take a look.
Will not comply. Will not comply. Will not comply. Will not comply.
We know who you are. We know who you are. You can leave freely, but we will find you, and we know who you are. We know who you are.
Wow, but on the other side of this, you've got to hear what Arnold Schwarzenegger had to say to all the anti-maskers out there. Take a listen.
There is a virus here. It kills people And the only way we prevent it is to get vaccinated, to wear masks, to do social distancing, washing your hands all the time, and not just to think about, well, my freedom is being kind of disturbed here. No, your freedom. Because with freedom comes obligations and kind of responsibilities. We cannot just say, I have the right to do X, Y, and Z. When you affect other people.
Erica, here it is. You look on your social media, you see back and forth arguments, whether you're part of it or not a part of it. You see it on the media, you see it on, it's everywhere. Mm-hmm. How are we ever going to somehow convince the unvaccinated to vaccinate or even have a respectful debate? Do you think that's even possible?
No. Long story short, no. It is very alarming to see parents, going so hard for the lack of protection for their children when we all know that children are amongst the increasing number of people who are getting infected with COVID. I don't see the downside here in having added protection for children who aren't able to get the vaccine at this point. I just don't understand why anyone, especially a parent, would want to further expose their child.
I mean, speaking of protection, I don't understand why any medical expert would want to go to speak to anybody at this point. You know, we talk about protection for kids, for vaccinated, non-vaccinated, but what about those medical workers? There were police there, and there's an angry mob. They're confronting them saying, we know where you live? I mean, that is a threat of violence. That's not saying I know where you live, I'm going to drop some cookies off later. That is, I'm going to do damage to you and the ones that you love. And the police just stood back and let it happen. And what's going to happen eventually is people that I'm sure they were not being paid to be there will just stop showing up, and we'll just let it run its course. So if that's what we want to do, then that's how we're going to handle it. But we will suffer the consequences as a society. I just didn't know that you could openly threaten people. I can't believe you can do it on the internet.
Right.
I didn't know you could just be an angry mob just waiting at the back door. Let's have at it.
Well, that's exactly what's happening, though, right now. We all feel fatigued. We all feel the vitriol. We all have personal relationships that may have been affected, depending on what your belief system is when it boils down to COVID and wearing a mask and vaccination, because we all take it so personally because it's our health, our loved ones' health, and we all want to get past this pandemic. So I don't know where we go from here. I do know that, you know, my sister being a nurse and knowing that healthcare workers and people like your dad, who has a mortuary, are overrun once again, seeing death in front of their face. I know that a hospital in Mississippi had to open up a whole COVID unit in their parking garage. I think we even have an image of that. I know that a county in Florida is telling their residents, stop calling 911. We need to keep these 911 calls for life-threatening emergencies because COVID cases are on the rise so much here. We gotta keep these lines open. That's where we're at. And these two areas that are being overrun in the hospital and their phone lines are being clogged up per COVID patients are two areas where not wearing a mask and not being vaccinated isn't a priority. But that data somehow does not matter to certain people. I don't know where we can somehow build a bridge again. And it's really disheartening knowing that my brother-in-law is still in the hospital from COVID complications, knowing that my sister and her kids are still sleeping on a floor for 8 months now because they're not in Seattle because they want to be close to him in San Francisco. Like, when is this going to end?
I don't know if it does.
I'm over it. I'm really over the vitriol.
I don't know if it does.
It's really upsetting. It really is. All right, we all need to switch gears and talk about a story that's nostalgic and feel good. I know we can at least all unite on this next story.
Let's argue.
I hope. If they build it, will they watch? That's the gamble Major League Baseball is taking. Tonight, the Yankees and the White Sox are taking the field, in Dyersville, Iowa, at a stadium built right next to the iconic Field of Dreams movie site. Even Kevin Costner stepped onto the field as part of the big promotion for the event, in case you didn't know, and I'm sure most of you do, and you remember and loved this movie. Field of Dreams is an iconic movie released in 1989 starring Kevin Costner. His character heard a mysterious voice that told him, if you build it, he will come. So he built a baseball diamond in his cornfield. Now, apparently, too, like the players are going to come out of the cornfield, even though it's not going to be the Field of Dreams cornfield. Like, it's a bird's eye view, kind of like a museum. You get to see it. I guess your kids can play in a cornfield. And then when you sit there and watch the game, the players come out of the cornfield. How cool is this?
I mean, to us, because we have some context for it. I mean,
most of the people will know what this is.
This movie was made in 1989. Nobody that's 20 years old knows anything about this.
The average viewer for Major League Baseball is 57.
Well, I think that's the problem. I think that they need to start to market towards a younger generation because the baseball fans are literally dying out. They're getting older.
Dang, Al! Like 57 is the average, and you try to kill them off? What are you doing?
Baseball used to be the number one sport in this country, and it got older. It got passed by basketball. It got passed by football. I think they need to start marketing to a younger generation, and I don't know if maybe you have some YouTubers do this as well, but the people that know Field of Dreams are going to watch this.
No, you know, I think with baseball, the issue is for a lot of people, especially for younger people, is it's a very long and not like necessarily the most action-packed all the time.
Yeah, that's why they brought corn into it.
But here's the thing. I think when we think about baseball and how most of us grew up loving or appreciating baseball, it was that connection between the older generation bringing us to games as young kids. And I think that's a tradition that very much still lives on. There were a few seasons, and my sister is a major White Sox fan. Like a couple seasons, she went to every single home game.
That's a fan.
Yeah, and I used to go to half the home games too a lot. I think that's what you need. You need that crossover. You need that bridge because it's more of a traditional viewership.
Totally agree with Erica. Okay, we got to talk about
Sam, can you name one Chicago White Sox that's ever played?
Babe Ruth. Is that a Yankee?
No.
Oh, is he
Sam,
the Cubs?
Sam, we only got 20 more minutes.
Something Jackson.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay, good.
I don't know how you got that.
Something Jackson.
I'll take it. That's a miracle.
All right, can we just talk about road rage for a minute? You've got to see this dash cam video. A road rage suspect threw an axe at the front windshield of another car. Are you kidding me? He then got back in his car, sped off. This all happened near Seattle. Thankfully, no one was hurt. The suspect has been caught. That is like a horror movie, Al. What would you do? What is happening? Who carries an axe in their car?
People that throw them at other motorists. I mean, that was really Erica, your face.
Yeah.
Road rage. Like, what are you thinking when you see that? That just.
I do not mess with people. I do not mess with people in cars. And I always get, Anthony and I, my husband, we get into the biggest arguments because he likes to honk the horn. And to me, when you honk a horn, that's like go time. Like, I don't even honk my horn. But apparently in Canada, it's just a polite way of saying, hey, the light's green, so you should go. I'm like, these people are crazy. No, do not honk the horn. And we get into it all the time. He'll be like on people's tails, and I'm like, get off their tail.
You don't know who you're messing with. Somebody might have an axe in there.
You don't.
Do not honk the horn.
No.
Coming up.
Jackson.
Coming up. Shoeless Jackson?
Yes.
Yes. Shoeless Jackson. Coming up on DBL. No, I swear to God, on my life, the booth did not tell me that. Coming up on DBL, rapper Brat lands a new reality show all about her love life. We've got a sneak peek in today's Chatting with the Stars. And the outrage over Jeopardy's new host continues. Did the show really make a big mistake, or are the fans just out of line?
Closed captioning provided by
Hi everyone, it's Kelly Schuberth here with the DBL Digital Team. Thanks for joining us today. Let's continue the conversation. We are still talking about the Field of Dreams game today that's happening. Are you going to be watching, guys?
I thought the shots looked really cool.
Good.
I think it looks really cool, but I'm of a certain generation where I grew up going to baseball games.
Yeah.
And so my attention span is different. Like my kids can barely get through a movie that they suggested to watch because they're on a 3-minute YouTube lifetime cycle. So it's like this game may be 2.5 hours, maybe 3.5. They're like, excuse me?
A little long for me.
Right,
Yeah. I like watching baseball in person, but on TV I can't really watch it. Yeah.
I agree. I'll go to a game, but
So what would you guys need to like enhance the baseball viewing experience for like a non-baseball watcher? We talked about it, I think it was Monday. I think it'd be really cool if they showed games on like on with different announcers.
That
Like
might be better.
because they might have different insights.
You mean
and
like
kinda
maybe
fun.
younger, like more TikTok-y people?
Not
maybe?
even that. Maybe just like if 2 of the Real Housewives like just did a couple
Okay.
innings.
Well, I'd be in
Like,
for that.
what do they think about what they're watching? I would find that fascinating.
Yeah, I think
and
that
they're
would be
sports
good.
fans. Like I'm not saying it's baseball, but when you watch the Super Bowl feud, it feels like done with 2 of the people that you know.
Definitely.
Yeah, Erica,
Will this
what's
ever
that
happen?
face?
It's like Housewives for baseball.
I would really pay to hear you two just break down a quarter of the NBA
It's
finals.
actually
and be
funny.
Like,
Patty and I
LeBron
actually
looks
had
like
an
he's
idea.
mad about something.
Yeah,
Like,
Patty and I had
love
an idea
that.
for a podcast where you watch live games and you try to explain it from a point of view of someone who knows nothing about sports.
I love that.
Maybe be
I
funny.
think there might be a different aspect, a different element. People could flip back and forth between like the hard-hitting analysis and maybe just like another edge.
I like the Real Housewives.
Yeah.
I still can't believe I pulled Shoeless Joe Jackson
How did
out of
you
my
do
brain.
that?
And I
Just
swear
came to
to
you?
God on my life, the booth did not tell me. My
Black Sox. Wasn't that?
Close enough. It was the
close
Black
enough.
Sox. Yeah, they changed their name after the scandal.
Okay, so even better, Rob. Even
All right,
better.
guys, let us know. Will you be watching the Field of Dreams game tonight? Bye. Field of Dreams.
Welcome back to DBL. Some Jeopardy fans are not happy over the decision to name the show's executive producer as the new host. So Mike Richards was officially given the job yesterday, but he's also been taking some heat because he's been involved in a couple of sexual harassment lawsuits from his time at The Price of Right. Some fans also thought Reading Rainbow star, Star Trek star LeVar Burton would have been a much better fit. Director Ava DuVernay even tweeted out that in light of the snub, she wants to develop a game show just for LeVar and make it super successful. Other fans said, quote, won't be watching Mike on Jeopardy. Forget it. Poor decision. Too many other better choices for this gig. Another fan thought the Jeopardy fan base should have picked the host. That's a good idea. But other fans were happy with the decision. One said Mike was the most qualified of the guest hosts because he's actually hosted a game show before. Hold up. Even though I just read that positive comment, Erica, and I know you're a big Jeopardy fan, our producer Karen went through like the entire Jeopardy fandom boards and conversations and underneath that tweet, and she said like 99.9% were not happy about it.
Right.
So yeah, I was able to share one positive comment, but overwhelmingly people aren't happy.
Well, we don't know him. Like, who knows him? And I think that's a big part of what is missing if you don't have someone who has a fan base that's really going to go hard for them. I mean, yes, we love the game of Jeopardy, but we loved and adored Alex Trebek. Like, we felt safe to go to him to understand that he's going to get it right every time. There was this dynamic between Alex as a host and the viewership at home. If you don't have that type of charisma and trust from your host, then people aren't going to watch. They're just not going to watch.
Yeah, I mean, it's a thing, and you know, I was thinking as you were talking about some kind of precedent for this, and it was The Price is Right. Bob Barker, I mean, just an institution.
Right.
He played out his string, and they brought in Cleveland's own Drew Carey, who was a fan of the show.
Right.
Picked up right where Bob, he's a natural comedian, an actor. People know him, they knew him, and so he slid right in there. He didn't come in with a couple lawsuits against him, like weird stuff going on, and we don't know you. I think a lot of times people want to say, we'll tell the public, we know better, but maybe 99.9% of people know better than and want this product. Why don't you give them what they want? What are you doing?
I know, it's odd, and it's going to backfire because nowadays consumers and viewers, we protest by not watching. So I think they're going to regret their decision real quick. That's just my prediction.
Erica's already not watching.
I know, and she used to watch religiously. Coming up on DBL, you know her as a fierce rapper who paved the way for women in the music industry. How Brat is sharing her love story in a new reality show. That's today's Chatting with the Stars coming up.
The CDC is updating its advice for pregnant women, saying now they should be vaccinated against the coronavirus. let's connect the dots. Before now, the Centers for Disease Control had just said that pregnant women were eligible for the vaccines. Now it's recommending pregnant women get the shot. The CDC cited new research that shows vaccines are safe and that there is not an increased risk of miscarriage. There were concerns that mRNA vaccines could increase the risk of miscarriage early in pregnancy, but the data doesn't show that. This all comes as hospitals across the country report an uptick in unvaccinated pregnant patients with severe cases of COVID. In fact, the CDC reports only 23% of pregnant women have received at least one dose of the vaccine. That's much lower than the national average. The chief of obstetrics at Baylor Scott & White Medical Center in Texas tells NPR she is seeing a significant increase in the number of pregnant women being hospitalized and intubated after testing positive for COVID. Symptomatic COVID can be more dangerous for pregnant women. They are 3 times as likely to end up in intensive care and are at twice the risk of being put on mechanical ventilation. They're also at risk for preterm birth. All reasons why the CDC is now asking pregnant women to get vaccinated.
I bet you like Ralph K. And since this ain't no honeymoon, I'm here to stay. And the way we're coming at you, baby, we can't miss. There's a new tag team in town. Who that is?
Hey, Chicago's own. She is the first female rapper to ever go platinum, and she also joins a short list of MCs who are out and proud. Now Brat is sharing her love in a new reality show. That's in today's Chatting with the Stars.
I don't give a anymore. If I'm happy, that's what matters. I'm the Brat. I'm out the closet, living out loud with my baby because I love Judy. Judy loves me.
I'm Jessica Dupart. A lot of people know me as Judy. I am the owner of Kaleidoscope Hair Products.
There they are, Brat and Judy. Thank you so much for joining us. So we are so excited about Brat Loves Judy, and we're going to get to that in a bit. But also, I wanted to wish you a congratulations on finding love. We often debate on our show if love at first sight is a real thing. Did you guys experience that?
I don't think we can say that.
I don't think we did. I think we fell in love with each other after being around each other. Mm-hmm. I do believe it's a real thing for some people, but that's not how it was with us.
Well, Brat, you know, I've followed your career for most of your career. I'm a Chicago girl myself. So you've been always...
Yes!
Yes, sis. Okay. Well, you know, you've been very private about your love life. How did you decide to come out publicly, and why did you decide to come out publicly last year?
Because I met someone who made me feel fearless. She has lived her life out loud, and I just felt like at this point I'm so grown, and my journey has been so strong that I have built a coat of armor against anything that anybody has to say about me. I've been getting talked about for years, and I'm just like, you know what? I'm happy. I want to be happy, and I want to hold her hand in public. I want to kiss her in public. And she just made me feel like it was okay. And oh my God, it was. It was the best thing that I've ever done. It feels like a weight is lifted. I just feel free.
That is beautiful. And your new reality show, Brat Loves Judy, is about to premiere.
You ready? But baby, it's so much more to this story.
So I want to ask the both of you, because you might have different answers. What's the most surprising thing, both Brat and Judy, that people are going to learn about your relationship?
That we don't necessarily have specific roles in a relationship.
We both cook. We both do equal amounts of things, you know, like, well, she don't take the garbage out. I do. I like being real domesticated, which people would be surprised about. I like washing clothes. I love cleaning up. I love cooking. It's a very equal partnership.
Before you go, can you tell us anything about the surprise engagement? Oh, I just got chills. Yes.
Who proposed to who? Can we have that scoop?
I proposed.
All right.
Okay.
That's a rock.
Yeah.
That's
It got real chilly in here. Judy, good job. Okay, so to our viewers, to Brat and Jessica, Judy depart, we are so grateful for having you guys on. Thank you for your transparency. But DBL Nation, you got to make sure to tune in to Brat Loves Judy on WeTV.
Hold that ring up one more time.
Yeah, hold it up.
Nope, you got to watch the show.
Thank you. We'll be right back.
Appreciate
Bye.
you guys.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Promotional consideration is brought to you by
Verify team is here to break down misinformation and clear up confusion. This is especially important with politics. On social media, we've seen a lot of claims about the infrastructure bill passed by the Senate Tuesday afternoon. And there's a lot of posts about cryptocurrency, people claiming that one section of the bill will crush or kill the industry. And with so much misinformation out there, let's verify. Would the infrastructure bill actually make changes to cryptocurrency? Here are sources. James Angel, a professor at Georgetown University, and Amy Miller from the American Institute of CPAs. We also read the bill itself and found the section in question on page 2433, titled Information Reporting for Brokers and Digital Assets. It's just 5 pages, but they're important, so let's dive in. The bill mandates that cryptocurrency brokers make a return showing the information otherwise required to be furnished with respect to transfers. And that was a lot of legalese, so let's simplify. Let's say you own a stock, say Amazon, and you sell it for a profit. Well, you have to report that to the IRS so that you can get taxed. Your broker, whether that's Robinhood, Schwab, or something else, then sends it to the IRS as well, so that the IRS can compare notes. Right now, most cryptocurrency brokers don't have that requirement. That would change if this bill is approved.
Congress is sending a clear message that it wants tax revenue.
And the biggest change in this bipartisan legislation that's been proposed is that now brokers are required to report transfers of digital assets.
So what they're basically doing is what they do to banks and brokerage firms and say, hey, if you've got customers who are buying and selling these things, you need to report to the IRS.
So we can verify the language in the infrastructure bill would be a significant change to cryptocurrency when it comes to taxes. Meanwhile, this section hasn't been without criticism. Some say that the definition of a broker is just too vague in this bill. And while amendments to change this have failed in the Senate, the battle's not over yet. The wording can be changed in the House or even in future legislation. With your Verify, I'm Evan Kozloff.
Welcome back to DBL. It is time for some sweet, sweet deals. Earlier, Steph showed Tori some amazing products at even better prices. Here's this week's Dbl Deal Blast presented by MorningSave.com. What do you have for us today, Stephanie?
Hey, Tori, I've got some wonderful products and some killer deals, and I can't wait to share them with everyone. So first up, you need this Laundry by Shelly Sergel lightweight button-up pajama short set. So this two-piece sleeping outfit is tailored with a softness that will make staying at home the ultimate luxury. So normally it's as much as $58. Now it's only $19, saving up to 67%.
So I burned my jeans
Oh.
So I'll just be getting these. I'm wearing soft stuff forever.
Next up, we have this Olive Ella 6-piece Mediterranean diet skincare set for face, lip, and eye. And this Italian line was developed around ultra purified virgin olive oil. Normally it's as much as $75, but right now we've got all of this for only $24, saving 68%.
Roll me some lip savings on that one.
Love it. Now, Tori, let's cut right to the chase with this Life Pro Waver Mini Press Vibration Plate Exercise Machine. The full body vibrations can boost your metabolism and burn fat. Normally, it's as much as $240, but we've got it for only $119, saving our DBL viewers 50%.
Half off.
I know, isn't that incredible? And then last but not least, I also love this, the Pogo Cam Wearable HD camera. This tiny little camera, it just attaches magnetically to your glasses or sunglasses. Now, normally, this is as much as $99, but we've got it for $15.
What?
Saves our viewers 85%.
Oh my God, we're giving it away. Huge deal. Head on over to morningsave.com to snag these amazing deals at the lowest prices. You can even visit morningsave.com right on your smartphone. Thank you so much, Steph. Okay, I need that ab shaker thinger and the spy cam.
Right. I mean, let's be honest. We were all talking about the spy cam. Where would you wear it?
I don't know, but I think it's really cool to just have it on my glasses.
What about the people around you? I don't think.
You think people would notice it?
Yeah, Sam. It's a camera hanging off your glasses.
I think in today's climate, it's probably not a bad idea to just walk around with the camera on at all times. Like,
I thought Google was coming up with that Google Glass where you could kind of have that.
I remember that.
Remember?
Yeah,
they never really, they were like testing it, but
the
they
prototype didn't quite work out.
Right. There you go, Sam.
You're welcome out there. DBL's new every day. We'll see you same time, same place tomorrow. Bye, guys.